Today I have a bunch of makeup in front of me. I've had this makeup bin for like a year, so some of these are a bit older and some are more recent, but nonetheless these are all new products to me. Today we will be applying all these products on my face, which is very satisfying. I hope you enjoy watching those kind of videos. Let me know in the comments below, but I just love these kinds of videos. So I'll be starting with this product right here. This is the Trippin Smooth Face Primer. This is supposed to blur, refine pores, and create a... I don't know that word. Subtle illuminated base. That's beyond smooth. It's Trippin Smooth. I'm reading this. It's supposed to be like a filling primer to smooth the skin, but it says that it doesn't have any silicone, so it's a silicone-free face primer. And also, I've never heard of this brand before, Uoma. I do also have one of their eyeshadow palettes that I've had for a couple of years now, but I never had the perfect look to do a makeup look with it, but I definitely want to try it very soon. Ooh, oh my goodness, this is heavy. This feels very high-end. And look at the holographic packaging. I know it's holographic. Christine from Holo Taco educated me very well. So we have the Holo logo on the packaging and it feels super heavy. It feels luxurious. I've already moisturized my skin, so my face is ready to apply some makeup. This looks like a whipped cream type of texture. It looks very fluffy. I'll just take a bit with my spatula. I just applied a bit on the back of my hand, and this is a very interesting formula. It really feels like a cloud aerated benefit professional type of product. It's very lightweight. It feels also very fresh on the skin. But let me apply this in the areas of my face where I have the most texture. I like this texture. It also feels very cooling on the face. I'm not sure if this is a desired effect. I can tell that the areas where I've applied the primer, my skin is less shiny, but it still has a satiny finish, so it's not completely matte. And I'm very excited about that because I do have texture around my nose and around my chin, but I don't like the mattifying effect of a pore filling primer. I like my skin to be shiny. This, I feel like it is a really good in-between between an illuminating primer and a very mattifying pore-filling primer. But it has the capacity to fill the pores. Well, we'll see about that when we apply our foundation afterwards. But so far, I'm really enjoying the texture of this. So this brand just piqued my curiosity. I'm just thinking about the next step for this makeup look. I was planning to do a very bright purple makeup look, but I don't have a new eyeshadow palette with that kind of color, so I was about to use my Raw Beauty Kristi palette that has a very bright purple shade, but I want to have the most new products on my face for this makeup look. And this is the palette I was talking about a few moments earlier. This is the Uoma eyeshadow palette. So this is the palette that I've had for a couple of years, but I never had the opportunity to do anything with it. I feel like the makeup look I had planned today could work with this, but the makeup look will be very, very dark. I think I'm gonna wing it and see if I can do that makeup look with this palette because, well, let me say, these freaking shades, look at these. They're so beautiful. This is my type of color palette situation. Like these muted pinks, you have some greens, some dark purples, and a whole row of shimmer. This palette is talking to me. The metallic shades are very pretty. I said metallic, but they're more of a glitter type of product. They're very grainy. You can feel the glitters. Applied on the skin, they look very bright, very pigmented, and shiny and glittery, which is a very good mix in my book. I'm a bit worried about the matte shades because swatched, they're a bit patchy and a bit powdery, but swatches are usually a good indicator for the color, and it's not always a good indicator of the formula on the eyes because swatching it on the skin and applying it on the eyes is a whole other thing. I'm gonna cross my fingers that they're going to apply it nicely on the eyes because this makeup look is mainly using mattes. but the matte did stain my fingers, so they might have a good staying power. Taking the MAC Pro Longwear paint pot, I'm going to be priming my eye with this. I'm making sure to prime from my very inner corner to the very outer corner, the whole eyelid area, because this makeup look is going to be very wide. Taking the shade Love, which is a muted pink brown shade, with a Jessup number 247 brush. Quick FYI, these brushes are amazing. They're very good, very high quality. They're affordable, but they feel very high-end, and they have so many shapes and sizes of brushes. They have so many different kits. Jessup sent these brushes to me a couple of years ago, and I've been using them regularly. They're beautiful. And today I am going to be trying a couple of new things from Jessup, which I'm very excited about because look at this brush. Okay. I need to concentrate on what I'm doing right now. I'm starting with the darker shades because I want to make sure that the dark shades are as dark as possible. And usually when you apply a eyeshadow on top of an eyeshadow primer, that's where there's going to be the most payoff. There's going to be the most pigment. So on my outer corner, I'm going to be creating 3 shapes. I'm going to create one coming from my crease. I'm going to create one coming from the center of my eyelid. And I'm going to create one coming from the very corner of my upper lash line. And just to make sure I have enough space for everything, I'm going to start with the lowest shape. So using this brush, I'm going to take advantage of the shape of the brush, which is rounded, and stamp the shape on. And before finishing that shape, I'm going to apply the second shape already. And then you've guessed it, I'm going to apply the third shape. And then using a very small, tiny brush, I'm going to be taking the shade Romantic, which is the lighter pink shade. And I'm going to drag that color from the dark shade we just applied to the center of my eye. I think I need to use an even smaller brush. This is the Morphe M250-1 brush. These shapes are not perfect, so I'm definitely gonna need to clean them up. I'm going to start using my Dermablend concealer, and I'm taking that with a Jessup angled brush. I kind of gave up on that light pink shade because it's not showing up at all. So I'm gonna do everything with the darker shade. As you can see, that second line is going into my crease. So when I close my eye, everything looks good, but when I look in the front, because it's in my crease, it doesn't really look as good. It looks disconnected. So I'm just going to make that line a bit thicker so that we can go on top of my crease. Oh my god, that took so much time. So I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Now I'm going to clean up the last shape. All right, that was not the last shape. We've got 2 more to do. I'm going to do the exact same thing, but in my inner corner. And I'll do the same thing, but underneath my tear duct. Now I want to do 3 dots in my crease. So I'll be taking my JH39 brush, which is just a very rounded packing brush. I'm going to take that Love shade, that dark shade, and I'm going to be stamping this in the very middle of my crease. Now using a even smaller rounded packing brush, I'll do the exact same thing, but on both sides of that bigger dot we just created. This is a very weird look. I'm kind of liking it. Now we're going to be adding some more dimension to these shapes using the Opulence dark purple shade. Using that smaller brush, I'm just going to pack that color in the middle. I'm also going to add some on every shape we have, but on the very end of it. Oh my goodness, this shade is so rich. Wow. And now taking that light pink shade, I'm just going to apply that just to intensify that dark to light gradient. I'm going to leave everything like that for the time being. We're going to go back to the eyeshadow maybe later, I'm not sure. I just want to do my mascara and put on my lashes first. And for my mascara, we have this to try. This is the Essence Lash Like a Boss mascara. Let's see. Ooh, okay. I like these types of silicone brushes. They really separate the lashes well. And it also has a bit of a curve. And this is not waterproof, but it's supposed to be a instant lift and curl mascara. First impression, I'm liking this mascara. It separates the lashes very well. And separating the lashes for me is very important because that means that you can go ahead with a second layer if you want, and it's not going to look like a clunky mess. I really like this mascara. Okay, I'm very happy with this. And applying that second coat really gave a lot of volume. So I think this is gonna go in my everyday makeup pouch. And also these mascaras are dirt cheap. They're like probably less than $10 because Essence is a very affordable brand, but all their products are surprisingly good, and this is no exception. I see you, Essence, I see you. Okay, now for my lashes. I don't want to wear these. I don't want to open them up. They're so beautiful. I've probably had these from 2 to 3 years because look how beautiful these look. I don't want to wear them. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look. They're so pretty. I feel like with this makeup look would be perfect because they're not very elongated on the outer corners. It's like a very soft, voluminous type of lash, and it's so natural looking. I forgot to say what these are. These are the doe lashes from M Cosmetics. I just want to keep them and look at them. And I'll have to use them. It's their purpose. They have to be used. If I don't use them, then they don't have a purpose other than my own satisfaction of looking at them. But that's not gonna cut it. Okay, so I just ripped a bunch of the lashes because this strip is stuck. Oh my goodness, it's so stuck on the plastic. Like I'm having difficulty trying to remove it. Wow, that was really stuck on there. Rip, I lost a couple of lashes. The only thing I don't like so much about these lashes is the very dark band. It's a very dark black band. So to blend that black band in, you would need to do like an eyeliner or something. So we'll have to see how it looks with this eye, because this eye is no place for a dark eyeliner. I don't want to do my other eye. It took so long. Oh my goodness, that's pretty. So the only thing I don't like about these lashes right now, and I had a suspicion, is the band. Like the band is super thick, and even though I didn't apply it very closely to my inner corner, I can still feel it poking my inner corners when I blink. But other than that, I feel like with a black eyeliner, these would look beautiful. Like they just add the most fluttery, voluminous lashes. It's definitely pretty. So I'll just do my other eye off camera really quickly and I'll be right back. My boyfriend just told me that I look like an avatar woman, libellule. What is libellule in English? Dragonfly? I love it. I really, really like it. I can't wait to see the end result with the foundation and everything. But before we move on to the face, I really like this palette. This palette swatched, I was a bit stressed because the matte eyeshadows didn't swatch very well, but oh my goodness, they're blendable, they're pigmented, especially the dark shade. This one, when I applied it, it just, boop, a bunch of color at the same spot, like amazing. Like, why didn't I try this earlier? Like I told you, I've had this for probably 3 years and I never tried it, but bitch. This is very good. Little update on the primer. The primer feels amazing. Like, it doesn't feel thick, but when I touch my skin, I do feel it. I do feel like it's doing something. So now we're going to apply the foundation and see how the heck this primer looks with foundation on. For my foundation, I don't have any new foundation to try, so I'll be taking my Rare Beauty foundation, and I'm going to be trying this end of the IT Cosmetics brush. In my last video, I reviewed the IT Cosmetics CC cream as well as their new spatula brush. I have a big opinion on the spatula brush, so if you want to know my opinion, you should go to that video. But I don't know why I didn't try this for my foundation, so I'm going to try this end of the brush. This is the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection number 7. I like this brush. I usually use my Rare Beauty foundation brush. This compacts the foundation on the face. It does absorb a bit of the excess, but it really packs on the foundation. So I feel like for high coverage, this brush is really good. But I really like this brush also because it's not as compact, so it does absorb a bit more of the product, but it leaves a really nice layer of coverage, a very soft layer of coverage, and I like it. I really like it. And let me put on my glasses to look at this primer situation because I can't see shit without my glasses. All right, looking good. Let me take you up close. I'm not seeing like a huge difference. Maybe my face is a bit more blurred than usual, but I don't see like a huge difference. I still can see my pores, but honestly maybe not as much as usual. And the foundation did apply very nicely on top of this primer, so that's not a problem. Honestly, not bad. I think I like it. I think I'll have to use it a bit more often to get like a really good opinion on it. For my concealer, I'm so mad at myself because I did a full It Cosmetics video the other day and I forgot to review this. I received this from It Cosmetics. This is the byebye Dark Spot Concealer and Serum. It has niacinamide and hyaluronic acid and caffeine, which are all great things for the under eyes. And what's really fun with this product is that you have a brush. So it looks a lot like the Maybelline concealer, you know, with the little sponge at the end. I think I have that. I don't know why, but I can't find it. I think I gave it away to my sister because she likes it. I'll have to check with her. It also says that it's a buildable medium coverage with a natural finish. That's the type of concealer I like. I don't really like a high coverage concealer because I just feel like it looks too makeup-y. Ooh, okay, so the brush is very dense. So it's a big doe foot applicator. I'm just gonna start with that amount. The formula is definitely very light. It's not a thick cream. It's like a very liquidy but creamy texture. I don't think if you like a high coverage concealer that you're gonna like this one. This is definitely what it claims to be, a medium to light coverage. I see myself using this every day. Honestly, why didn't I try this earlier? It's so pretty. Let me take you up close for this. Like, do you see this? It doesn't look like I'm wearing thick makeup. It looks so natural. Of course, you can still see a bit of discoloration because it's not high coverage, but I really don't mind. We'll have to see if it's gonna crease. And the fact that it comes with a brush is so practical, and this brush is kind of good. I'm just going to apply some of that concealer where I have some redness. So next, I want to try this. This is the Jess Up My Magical Sculpt Sponge and Foundation Brush. Okay, I think I fucked up. I thought this was like a contouring type of situation, but it's actually a foundation brush. Look at this shape. It's so interesting, and this is compact. This is thick. This is gonna give you that high coverage effect you're looking for because this will not absorb a lot of product. But I wanted to use it for my contouring. And there's also this sponge, which is a very interesting shape. This is technically the contouring sponge. I feel like the smaller side, you could do like a very targeted contour, and then you have the thicker side for a more diffused contour effect. So I think I'm gonna be trying the brush on one side and then the sponge on the other. So I just wetted. So now that the sponge is wet, it's bigger and that's usually normal. For my bronzer, I'll be taking the Tower 28 Bronzino in the shade West Coast. This is a beautiful shiny bronzer that's gonna make you look like a beautiful goddess. I really like this bronzer. And I'm going to take the flatter side of the sponge and dabbing that in the hollows of my cheeks. So this sponge is very dense, I can feel. So it's definitely packing the product on, which is not bad. I could have gone more lightweight with the product, but it's definitely blending into my skin quite nicely. I'll just blend some of the edges with the foundation brush. And next, I'm going to take some of that bronzer with the brush. I'm kind of surprised. This is really good. The application of this bronzer went very smoothly with this brush. I'm excited to try this with foundation next. I feel like this would give very high coverage. So I'm impressed. For my blush, I've had this for so much time. This is the Rem Beauty limited edition cheek and lip set in the shade Naughty and Nice. So you have a highlight and a blush. I'll be using both today. I've never tried Rem Beauty products before, so I'm very excited to try them. It's always fun to discover a new brand. So here is the blush. It looks like this. It looks used. I swear I've never opened this before. And it looks used. That's kind of weird. I'm just gonna wipe the first layer just to remove, I don't know. I'll be taking it with the sponge, a little bit of that. Let's apply this on the high points of the cheeks. I'm not wowed by it because I've seen this type of formula done so many times. For example, the Merit blushes are very similar to this. The Kuo Beauty blushes are also very similar to this, so I'm not really wowed, but it's nice, it's pretty, and it applied seamlessly. The color is buildable, and this shade, actually, this is a shade I would wear every day. It's a warm pink brown shade. It's very natural and very wearable. How much is it? Let me check how much this is. Online, it says that it's also a lipstick, so we might try it on the lips also. It retails for 32 USD. That's expensive. That's very expensive. So 32 USD, which is probably like $45 Canadian. Makeup is so expensive nowadays. Yeah, this is expensive, and I've seen products do the same thing. If you want Rem Beauty, if you like the packaging, then maybe go for this one. But otherwise, if you want to save some money, go for something cheaper and you're not paying for the name and the packaging. That's my hot take. Before going in with the highlight, I want to fill in my brows because they're so empty. I need structure. For my brows, I don't have anything new, so I'm just going to fill them in using the Precisely My Brow pencil and then setting them in place using the 24-hour brow setter. Now for the highlight. The packaging is super cute. I like it. This is in the shade Miss Neptune. Oh, that's so interesting. Oh my goodness. So this is a purple highlight. Ooh. This is very pretty. Wow. Can you see? Can you see the purple shift? I like this. Like, it's not bright purple bam in your face. When it catches the light, it gives a very subtle purple hue. That's so pretty. Let me place some of that on my lid. That's so pretty. Oh, I like this. Let me see how much this costs. No! $42, which is probably like $50 to $55 Canadian. I can't. So this is a dilemma because it's so pretty, but is it worth the money? I feel like that's for you to decide. I personally don't think it's worth the money. It's definitely pretty. Like, if you buy it, you're not gonna be disappointed. But I'm on a budget. I got an expensive dog. So I would say I'm not gonna buy this, but if I had some money aside just for makeup, I would buy this. I think I would. But on a day-to-day reality, no thank you. I'm editing right now and I just realized that I missed the best pun possible. And I'm gonna say it right now. Thank you. Next. $42 for a highlight is just too much money. I'm sure you can find an alternative for this on the market. I'm sorry, Rem Beauty. This is beautiful, but your price tag.
Oh my God!
For my lips, we got this. I have no clue what this is. This is the Superstay Ink Crayon from Maybelline in the shade Drive the Future 165. It's a big crayon. I thought it was a lip It is kind of a lip pencil, but it's super thick. It reminds me of the Rode Beauty lip pencils that's doing a bit of commotion in the beauty community right now. Go check some tea channels because it's very interesting. I'm not sure if this shade is going to be good with this makeup look. This smells like cake. It smells so good. This is very creamy also. I'm curious to see how this is gonna wear. Since this is such a big tip, you definitely don't have a lot of control. And also because this is a very dark shade, any mistakes you make, they show. So I'm just gonna try and blend this in as best as I can. The formula is nice, it's very creamy. It doesn't skip when you apply it. I feel like this would look good with a simple eye, but I'm not mad, it looks really nice. So it's been a couple of minutes since I've had this on my lips, and I can feel it drying down. Okay, so there's still a bit of transfer, but that's not too bad for such a dark shade. So this is a long-lasting type of product. It dries down and doesn't transfer a lot for like a dark shade. This is pretty good. Maybelline, they're really good with their lip products. For the lipstick, we're gonna try this. But I'm not sure if this is gonna do the final cut of the makeup look. This is the NYX Smooth Whip Matte Lip Cream in the shade Onesie Funzie, which is a very bright pink shade. This is making a very pretty, deep pink shade. I don't mind this shade, but with this eye look, I'm not gonna go for this. I'm going to put some on the back of my hand just to see if it's going to dry down and leave a stain, but it's very comfortable. It's very lightweight. This is a lip cloud, very soft type of product. So I feel like this would be a very comfortable lipstick to wear all day long. And the pigment, there's a lot of it. It really shows on top of this very dark lip liner, and swatched, it's also very bright. So it's been a couple of minutes since I applied this lip cream. I'm just gonna remove it to see if there's gonna be a stain. There's a bit of a stain, but nothing very crazy. And let me remove this lip shade. Oh, she's stained. Okay, we got a bright pink lip. Just to have a lip shade that's more complementary to the eyes, I'll be taking the Yves Rocher lip liner in the shade 01 Café Serein. And on my lips, I'll be taking the Rem Beauty blush. I want to see how this is going to look as a lipstick. Not bad, I like this shade. On top of that pencil, it turned into a beautiful neutral nude type of shade. And lastly, we have two products to try. We have the Jason Wu Healing Lip Oil, and then the Jason Wu Faux Freckle. I thought this was a lip gloss, but it's a lip oil. I'm still gonna try it as a topper. I've never heard of this brand before, Jason Wu. Ooh, look at this sleek packaging. This is so pretty. It smells like fruit, like fresh fruit. Just to not put any of the lip shade into the product, I'll take some of that on the back of my hand and I'll apply that with a lip brush. That's nice. This is very nice. It feels very hydrating, so on its own, I feel like that would be a good everyday nourishing lip balm type of thing. And lastly, we're gonna apply some fake freckles. The instructions says that you have to dot the product on, leave it for a few seconds, and then dab it out. I'll be following the instructions. I feel like that's a lot of packaging for only one product. I'll just try it on the back of my hand before doing anything else. All right, it's been a couple of seconds, so I'm gonna tap it out. Oh yeah, that's staining. I'm scared. Let's try it on the face. You know what? I think I like this better than the Freck product. I don't know why. Let me know if it has happened to you, if you've ever tried the Freck product. But the Freck one, on top of makeup, I feel like it doesn't absorb into the skin. It just stays on top and then you can flick it off. And this, it kind of stains the skin. And the color is also nice. It's not too dark once you tap it out. It's also looking good on top of makeup. I just applied some on top of the highlight and it blended really nicely. I'm gonna take you up close. Here are the freckles and this side has none. For the freck, I have the freck noir and the freck XL. So funny enough, the orange packaging is actually the darkest shade. So as you can see, it's darker and a bit more cool tone. And then the freck XL is a bit lighter. This one is the Jason Wu and it looks more similar to the freck XL. So I'm gonna take the freck XL today to do the comparison. Like, see what I mean? It looks like it dries and it just flakes off. I'm gonna do a big dot just to show you. Now it's like not there anymore. I just feel like the Freck Beauty stays on top of the skin. Like it gives something, but I just feel like the Jason Wu product has more of a staying power. And the brush of the Jason Wu, if I compare it to the Freck, the Jason Wu is a bit thicker, so it creates rounder shapes, whereas the Freck one, it makes almost like lines on the face. I'm just gonna do that on this side now. And yeah, the Freck one, I just look dirty because it doesn't stay in one place. And when you blend it out, it just looks dirty all over. Oh God, that's a big one. And just to blend these into the skin, I'm just gonna go over them with the foundation brush I used, just to blend them into the skin, make them look a bit more natural. Let me check the prices. Oh, Jason Wu. I'm not into fashion, if you have not noticed. I'm wearing a hoodie. But it seems to be like a fashion designer brand. And their beauty products are branded as like a runway makeup line. Ooh, okay, that's what I like to see. This is 12 USD. Much more affordable. I like this a lot. I highly, highly, highly recommend the Jason Wu Freckles. The Freck is, with no surprise, 38 Canadian dollars, so probably like 30 USD. So this is a no-brainer. No-brainer. Go for the Jason Wu. Don't go for the Freck. Well, if you like the Freck, it's fine. You can get the Freck. But try this. This looks so good. Anyhow, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried one of these products or if one of these products caught your eye and you're thinking about maybe trying them out. Let me know. I'm always curious to get your opinion on these products. But yeah, that's it. So thanks so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next one.